Welcome back to the famous sheep farming land of Australia. In today's video, I will reveal to you which creatures cause millions of dollars in damage every year. Join me as we learn about the never-ending war between humans and these creatures. I grew up in a rural area where hunting and herding were an integral part of the Australian way of life. My father and the villagers devoted their lives to fighting the threats of nature. In particular, the dingo, the animal that has been dubbed the king of the Australian wilderness. One afternoon, I heard a long drawn-out cry coming from near my farm. It was the howling of dingoes. Dingoes have been in Australia for about 4,000 years, and they have adapted quickly to become an important part of the ecosystem here. But in recent years, the dingo population has exploded, causing serious environmental and economic impacts. Currently, their population is estimated to be between 250,000 and 350,000, double what it was a decade ago. This sudden increase has become a major threat to the sheep industry and buffalo populations. In addition, the Australian culture and way of life, which is rooted in sheep farming, is the story of the beginning of the war between humans and wildlife. Australia is one of the world's leading sheep farming nations, with the second largest sheep population in the world at around 70 million. The sheep industry is an important source of income and an integral part of Australia's cultural heritage. In 2022, our region suffered serious damage due to a surprise attack by dingoes. In April 2022, scientists in Australia discovered that dingoes were suffering from a rapidly spreading infectious disease. Sheep attacked by dingoes are strictly culled and are not allowed to be used for meat to prevent the risk of spreading the disease. This disease has turned some areas such as New South Wales and Queensland into epidemic hotspots. The cost of medical measures to control and treat this disease has reached about 20 million USD. Due to the serious damage caused by dingoes, my father and the people in the area decided to participate in the installation and construction of fences to protect their livestock. When the attacks had increased and affected the safety of the people, we created a culture of solidarity, working together to protect property. The fences are designed to be about 6 feet high, enough to prevent dingoes from entering the farm. At this height, dingoes will have a lot of difficulty getting through and attacking sheep, helping to minimize damage to farmers. The fences are installed automatically by modern machinery, reducing human effort and increasing protection. The total length of fences surrounding farms in Australia is up to about 3,500 miles. The fencing method only lasted for about 5 years. The main reason was the high cost of repairs and the rapid increase in the number. In response, the Australian government had to take a more extreme measure to deal with this problem. Australian farmers who participate in dingo hunting are paid around $2,000 for each successful hunt. They also undergo professional training, which requires participants to be between the ages of 25 and 55. They undergo 3 training courses to ensure they have the skills and knowledge to hunt safely and effectively. These courses not only improve hunting skills, but also focus on protecting themselves from dangerous situations that may arise when facing dingoes. Since dingoes are usually nocturnal, Australian hunters usually move and hunt between dusk and dawn. To ensure human safety and to stay away from livestock farms, hunt ears often choose wild areas far from residential areas. During night hunting, hunters often use rifles with thermal scopes. These tools help hunters detect and track dingo movements in the dark, improving their ability to aim accurately in low light conditions. Hunters also need to keep a distance of at least 100 feet to avoid being detected by dingoes, thereby increasing the success rate of hunting. Thanks to these hunting measures, Australians have reduced the number of dingoes in the area by about 30,000, helping to protect livestock and maintain security on farms. Dingo hunting has been widely supported by the Australian public, and in the following sections I will show you how people here set traps to effectively stop dingoes. Hunters can pinpoint their exact location by looking at the droppings they leave on the ground. With this method, they have dealt with millions of dingoes. If you want to know more important information about hunting activities, please leave your comments below. Thank you for following the story of the land where I was born. God will bless your family if you share the video. Please watch part 2.
Hello everybody. Gunfire rang out as a wild boar was shot down. This isn't a movie scene, it's part of the battle against wild boars. In the US, with around 7 million of these animals, they cause up to $3 billion in agricultural damage each year. They destroy crops and disrupt ecosystems. Farmers and hunters are constantly challenged to manage these pests, often hunting them both day and night. But can the hunters win this fight? Subscribe to Mousefarm to follow the hunts and uncover solutions to America's feral swine crisis. The wild boar hunt in the US is in full swing, attracting hundreds of hunters and farmers. This activity usually begins in early fall and continues through late winter, highlighted by large hunting competitions. A good example is the competition in Florida, where the top prize can be up to $60,000 for the heaviest wild boar. Hunters began their mission in the morning, armed with either a Springfield 306 rifle or a Winchester 270 rifle. Hunters often move at a slow speed and keep quiet, following the direction of the wind to avoid being detected by wild boars. When a target is detected, the hunter carefully approaches within a range of 328 to 656 feet. Farmers and hunters must comply with strict hunting regulations, including obtaining permits from state wildlife management agencies.
Sur la ligne électrique, quand je suis certain.
These licenses specify when and how many individuals can be hunted. Some states require hunters to report the number of wild boars they hunt. These measures ensure hunting is conducted responsibly and effectively, helping to balance the ecosystem and protect other wildlife habitats.
Ahora.
Every year, an estimated 1.8 million wild boars are hunted in the United States. Florida leads with more than 800,000 wild boars, followed by Georgia with about 250,000 and Alabama with 180,000. However, these numbers are still not enough to completely control the rapidly increasing wild boar population. After hunters collect wild boar carcasses, they must report to the authorities. According to the USDA, wild boar populations are often processed for food or donated to local charities. It is estimated that the wild boar population has increased from about 2.5 million in 2000 to more than 7 million in 2022. In the fight against a rapidly growing invasive wild boar population in the United States, farmers and hunters face a complex hunt involving legal and ethical issues. Regulations for wild boar hunting vary by state. In Florida, which has one of the largest wild boar populations, hunting is allowed without restrictions and does not require a permit. Meanwhile, other states maintain stricter control measures. Additionally, hunters in Florida often use hunting dogs as an effective tool for managing wild boars. These dogs can quickly detect tracks with their keen sense of smell and chase prey over distances up to 5 miles. Their task is to corner and hold the boars, allowing hunters to approach. Wild boars can weigh up to 350 lbs and become dangerous when threatened. According to research from a university in Alabama, at least 65% of the wild boar population needs to be culled annually to maintain stable numbers. However, with their rapid reproduction rate, females can produce up to 10 piglets each year. The ethical debate over wild boar hunting continues to provoke outrage. Animal rights activists condemn the practice as cruel and unnecessary, especially when techniques like using guns and hunting dogs are employed. They argue that more humane solutions exist for population control. On the other hand, farmers and ecologists argue that hunting is one and the same necessary measures to protect agriculture and indigenous ecosystems.
Das K wird nochmal ab. Und so konnte ich die Gelegenheit auf ein.
They point to the billions of dollars in annual damage caused by wild boars and the negative impact on biodiversity. When learning about wild boar hunts and the challenges farmers and hunters face, what do you think about the necessity of these hunts? How do you feel about the ethical concerns raised by animal rights activists? Share your opinions and join the conversation about this complex issue below. What do people think about this approach? Have any other ideas on how to handle them? Leave your thoughts in the comments section below, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more great videos about wild animals and nature.
So since these solutions have been effective in preventing the growth of colonies of some invasive species, do you believe in any other better solution? If so, please don't forget to share your comments and opinions down below. Plus, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to support our channel with our upcoming videos. And lastly, don't forget to share this video with all your friends so that they can watch it and enjoy it as well.